continue following this beeping, guys, and let's see where it takes us. And how's everyone doing, by the way? Hopefully you guys are doing great. It's kind of hard to like figure out where the game is gonna take you. Trying to figure out how to get back down there. It's just hard to decide where to go. There's this, and that's like the flapjack fire. It's hard to tell. I think it's cool to just kind of see the flames in the distance. This is kind of hard to tell because the flapjack fire's been going on for a while, and then Ned started the other fire. I think that's the guy who's been following us.
Shit! What? Ah!
Oh, there it is. K452.
D, I found some sort of supply bag, light camping gear, some clothes, basics, but it was alarmed. I think that's what was making the receiver go haywire.
You're okay? It's not a trap or anything?
Yeah, I'm fine, but there's also a set of keys here. I don't know why they'd be hidden out here. They say Shoshone National Forest, Cave 452. Is that the one in the canyon?
Yeah, it is. Who the hell took them?
And what the hell is in that cave?
Okay, let's just think.
Says the woman with a half a bottle of tequila in her belly.
Maybe they're panicking and we're preparing to beat it. The fire has them spooked, and we have new walkie-talkies, so we have the upper hand.
Yeah, well, it's hard to feel like you have the upper hand when you're standing in the dark in the middle of the woods.
Oh. Well, you're back in your tower. Maybe you need a drink, too.
I'm not in my tower.
I am looking at a man standing in your lookout. And it's not you?
It is not me.
Oh my god, go.
I'm going.
Alright, well, time to go. See if the random guy's gonna be there still. Love the way that I can hear the hoot of the owl is what I'm trying to say. Gotta stop making my desk creak. Got another. I don't know if we're gonna be able to open it or not. I think it's been opened back a while. Back like in one of the earlier gameplays that we did with the game. You think I'd have this map memorized by now, but since I'm not consistently playing the game enough, it's hard to keep track of where what is. And with the amount of other games too.
Hey, I got turned around. Is that person still there?
No, he's gone.
I'll call you when I get back. I don't see anyone up here.
He was just there.
Taped Walkman.
Left a cassette player taped to my damn door.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, let's see what's on it. It's a tape of us talking down at the site. It sounds like it was recorded from somewhere nearby.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it sounds like we were the ones who burned it down and that it was your idea.
No.
We are screwed.
No!
Dee, just don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out.
Oh my God, what the fuck is happening, Henry?
Day 78. And Delilah's freaking out. He really went to, like, this guy's going to a really big effort to just try to get them to be in trouble and everything.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
What's wrong?
Someone claiming to be Henry in Two Forks called a lookout in another sector early this morning and said that I knew what caused the Wapiti Meadow fire. So, I just got off the horn with that lookout who's wondering what I know, or that I'm an arsonist, or that I'm fucking losing it. Furthermore, I bet you don't have the only tape of us from last night, so someone has evidence to back it up. We need to find out what someone's been keeping in that cave.
I'm going down there now.
We don't have a lot of time left out here, and if we don't find some fucking answers, when they lift us out of here, it's gonna be in handcuffs.
We have to stick together, okay? Keep our story straight. From the first day with those girls to the person breaking in on our conversation, everything. We gotta be honest and consistent.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I know.
Just makes me wonder, why would you want to go through all this effort just to keep... Look, I don't want to spoil what it is just yet. We need to go back to that cave. And I think like one of the things towards the ending, at least of our character, that we're playing Henry, can vary on depending on how you describe him to Delilah. I don't know why I just thought of that now, but I'm just curious to know like how these rocks have been unbroken if they've been continuously used. Got a little ways more to go. I think it's interesting that we barely get to see too many people up close with the detail. Which is...
Hey, you didn't actually make that call, right? To the other lookout? It just stuck in my craw. I let myself imagine how fucked I would be if you'd been lying to me. But now that I asked, I kinda just wish I hadn't.
Of course I didn't. No way. They're trying to pit us against each other.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not gonna happen, though.
Thanks, Henry.
She's not wrong there. That guy is trying to pin them against each other. Just to get his name cleared of any suspicions. It would have, I think it would have been like a little bit more kind of creepy if we saw like glimpses of Ned. I think that's the guy's name. But kind of around the corner, stuff like that.
What the hell?
No, there was no one there when the door closed. And you didn't hear anything running off, so it's weird.
Delilah, someone locked me in the cave. Is this thing working? Delilah! Send someone to the cave, please! Can't get any damn reception. Jesus, this is a big cave.
I've always wanted to see if there was going to be anyone shown there because we only ever saw a glimpse of.
Maybe I can get out through here.
We only ever see glimpses of shadows and stuff of people. Never like full on details or anything. And then apart from those voices, which I get, like, it's more of like a let's talk type of situation over radios.
It's freezing in here.
I wouldn't be surprised. Even being down like in the basement of a household can be cold because all the warm temperature rises instead of. You think there would be some kind of signal going through at least that hole, but I guess not.
Is anybody down there?
Or shoe. So that's a clue to certain someone that we'll find later. Why does it look more like smoky and yellow than it did before we went in?
Hey, are you there?
Yeah, what is it? What did you find?
Nothing yet, because someone tried to trap me in there.
You saw someone?
No, someone slammed the gate behind me and then ran away. I found another way out, but if I hadn't, Jesus!
So you didn't find anything?
No, there's a spot where someone had sunk an anchor, but the hardware's gone now.
I don't have any climbing equipment.
I just have my ropes. I'm gonna hike back to Two Forks and see if I can find anything that could double as an anchor to use in the spot.
Well, that doesn't sound dangerous.
I think we're gonna just end up finding something else instead of going back to Two Forks. I think we're near like those telephone lines.
Delilah, I just found an outcropping that someone was using as a little fort. I think it was Brian Goodwin.
Really?
Yeah, he built himself a real castle. Hey, remember that pack I found?
Back on your second day? Yeah.
I found a plan Brian drew about how he was going to get it back.
Oh, I'm sure it was quite elaborate.
It's some Wile E. Coyote stuff, I'll tell you that much.
It's an interesting plan.
Brian was doing a science fair project about bouncing radio waves off of a meteor shower.
Poor kid left his homework?
Yeah, he must have been pretty smart, huh?
Yeah, sharper than a lot of the grown-up knuckleheads I'm used to, yeah.
Yeah, but not smarter than yours truly, right?
Wait, are you seriously feeling threatened by the intelligence of a 12-year-old you've never even met?
I'm just saying, I'm pretty, with it. I'm a pretty bright bulb.
Yeah, Henry, you're a regular Rhodes Scholar.
Nice. I found an old school folder. Brian was a hell of a doodler. It's a little weird that he'd just leave so much of his stuff out here.
Well, maybe they were in a hurry when they left. Like I said, he wasn't supposed to be out here.
Yeah.
They almost got busted. Brian liked to go out on the railing of the tower and wave at the planes that dumped water on fires, and I got a call because someone thought a kid was up in Two Forks. I lied, and just said it was Ned. If I ratted him out, they would have been forced to leave, and I don't know, I guess I just felt like I was saving him from whatever shitty life Ned was gonna bring him back to. Not that it ended up mattering.
If you guys want to read any of that, like, writing, go ahead and pause the video if you want to.
He was in the middle of really sprucing up the joint when they left. There's a ham radio schematic here, something Brian was working on.
Yeah, I think that was the one thing Ned did do with him. You know, tinkering on stuff like that.
Huh. Brian stole his dad's climbing gear, his anchors.
That's convenient.
Yeah, it is. I think he was gonna hide them in a cash box or something and never got around to it. I mean, he left a note for a ranger to find them and send them back to him in Nebraska.
Because he hated climbing?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like Ned was pushing him, and pretending to lose his anchors was the easiest way to put a stop to it.
I hope it worked. God, what an asshole.
Yeah. Man, that is the sort of thing that would have caused me to catch a beating growing up.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put it past old Ned.
So let's just saying that who he is and send it to back in a bit.
There's some grade A dork contraband here.
You found his pocket protector?
I found I guess, a data sheet for one Gladius Silva, half-elf, armor 7.
Classic wizards and wyverns.
There's also a postcard here from Brian to, I guess, his neighbor.
What's it say?
That he's with his dad and sorry he can't mow his lawn this summer.
Oh, gosh.
And also he was worried his dad didn't know when school started. I'd say that's a lucky break if I were him.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Ned didn't really seem like a, with it dad.
There's a busted old toy out here, some sort of electronic game.
Yeah? I like Pong.
Everybody likes Pong.
Gosh, Brian had everything he loved out there.
It's too bad I got busted. And it sucks to still see that there are so many parents forcing their kids to do stuff they don't want to do.
Bunch of rocks stacked up. He made a wall and a perimeter.
God. Yeah, that's perfect.
Maybe he made it because he was afraid of them.
Whenever I think of Brian possibly going through this crap, I get sick to my stomach.
Yeah. Sorry.
5 degrees north. Richard Sturgeon is the author.
He'd hide out here to read comics. The Black Band, his grief is his enemy's sorrow. Everyone this guy loves gets killed, so he honors them with a black armband which gives him superpowers.
Well, that's fucking dark.
Just curious to look if there was like any more of those cassettes to listen to. And then for any of the people who don't know what old school cassettes were, like the Walkman or the cassette players were.
What do you think
That's
is in
just-
there?
There's gotta be something. Why else try to kill me? I don't know, really. I mean, we gotta find out. What do you think?
Whatever it is, they don't want you telling anyone about.
I mean, they closed the door when they could have just...
Bashed your head in with a rock or chopped you up with
Are you serious with this shit right now?
a hatchet. God, are you sure you want to go back in there?
Honestly, I just want to know. I want to know what is worth doing everything that's been done to us.
Yeah, me too. And not going to jail would be a nice kicker.
What I was trying to say is that was just like the old school way of being able to listen to stuff. Music, recordings of like lessons and whatever. It's just those things, they weren't, I mean, they were useful for the time, but to use them again, it's like I feel like they just keep...
Also, those girls turned up. Looks like you didn't kill them. Nobody did. They took some farmer's tractor for a joyride down in Riverton and, landed in jail.
I wonder if they know anything. If there's some way to ask them about whatever happened at their camp.
I think we'd be smart to let sleeping dogs lie.
You're probably right.
At least those girls are now safe and alive. As I was trying to say, it's like those like little cassette tapes, they are cheaply made, so they would break constantly. Then you would have to use like a pencil or something, or a pen or anything to like put that like little plastic film stuff back in so it could work again. And if you're lucky, if it does work again. I happened to screw up a little bit as they were kind of going out of trend, while like DVDs, CDs, and like iPods and stuff like that were coming in. Now like our smartphones do almost everything what that stuff used to do. So, to say that shoe does belong to someone we've been talking about in game. At least the characters have. So if you guys can't stand seeing, yeah, you can skip over it. And I'll try not looking at what we find too much, because it is a sad story. Once we get a little more sadder than the rest of the story, once we get to this part, we're close. This is one heck of a drop, though. I think that's one of the areas where we saw that shoe. I think. The suspenseful music's kind of picking up. It sucks. It's sad. Steep shaft. The rope broken.
Oh, God. You're probably a good one.
Poor kid. And his dad just left him down here. Poor kid. That's just like, we'll get into more detail later on in like the last part of the game once we get there. It's just had his dad forcing him to be there, trying to learn stuff he wasn't interested in as much. Like, he kind of was literally forced into this without kind of like doing it like at home, showing some kind of interest. I mean, if he had, I just wish he had gone to say something, but that's not how the story ended up being. Imagine how angered his spirit would be. Like, would he be able to even leave? I mean, if there's like the whole spiritual thing at all. You can kind of hear like the helicopters.
Hey, Dee.
There you are. I've been worrying my ass off.
Hey, I'm sorry, Delilah. I'm so sorry.
About what? You're freaking me out.
He's in there.
What are you saying, Henry?
The only thing in the cave is Brian. He's dead. His body is in the cave, Delilah.
Gotta be fucking kidding me. How does that... What? I don't... How?
Climbing, I think, or made to look like a climbing accident.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe it was Ned.
If not him directly, he put enough stupid fucking know-how in his head to get him killed. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. What do we do now, Dee? I mean, are you okay?
No, I'm not. He'd be alive if I had told someone he was out here. I don't know where he'd be, but I can assure you it would not be rotting at the bottom of that cave. There's nothing to say. Hike back. I think we're leaving tomorrow anyway.
She seemed to care more about the kid more than his own father did, so. And to think of this type of stuff happens all the time. With the scene I keep coming across, like not every parent deserves a kid, but every kid deserves a parent.
You see that plane?
No, I was just busy packing up.
Well, there's gonna be a lot more. The service says this thing is 2% contained.
Well, is this the Flapjack fire, or the site fire, or...
Well, the two fires merged into one unmitigated disaster. They're renaming it after my lookout. You about packed up?
Shouldn't we talk for a sec, about things?
About what?
About what happened to Brian.
I don't have much to say. I'm fine. I'm sad. I'm whatever. I keep thinking about him down there, and I just want to get far away from here.
What can I do?
We just have to wait for the helicopters.
Okay.
Until then, could you follow that signal? Maybe?
Holy crap. Yeah, oh my god.
We don't know what it is. It could be nothing.
Yeah, it could also be whoever was listening to us, whoever made the tape.
Okay. Yeah, look, you should pack up everything you need in case we get the call and you can't come back.
All right, look, if something happens...
I'll remember you.
I was hoping you'd have a backup plan or something.
Yeah, okay, I'm probably gonna move to Canada. Ontario, maybe.
No, I meant if something happens to me.
Right, if you don't find out who made the tape and I have to hit the road.
Forget it.
Be safe, Henry.
I think this is a good stop pinpoint, and I'll see you guys later.